Chapter 36, Cloud Beast. Too big for your britches. The ninth Duke revealed a cold smile. Roar, roar, roar. There was a low roar from the surrounding demonic beasts, as if they would immediately rush towards the valley and tear the valley's cultivators apart as soon as the ninth Duke gave the order. Do you think you still have the evil dragon from earlier? The sinful dragon just now was just borrowing the momentum of the heavenly sword life and death. Bureau. The ninth Duke laughed coldly. Ancient helmsman, what are we going to do? Ancient helmsman, what can we do about this? The crowd was anxious for a while, but Guhai laughed lightly. Indeed, the number of us people inferior to the demonic beasts, but why should we fight the demonic beasts? Guhai laughed coldly. Everyone looked towards Guhai. Fellow Taoists, do you see that? That person. Guhai probed his hand and pointed at the ninth Duke. Everyone looked along with what Guhai was pointing at. We don't need to fight with the demonic beasts. Don't see the demonic beasts as enemies. We only have one enemy. And that's him, the innate remnant realm. Only innate realm cultivation. We have 2,000 innate realms. And him, only one innate realm. 2,000 versus 1. Will we lose? Guhai pointed at the 9 Duke and called out to all the cultivators. The crowd of cultivators were instantly jolted. Yeah, this group of demonic beasts are listening to him. As long as we kill him, the group will be leaderless. If he dies, the demonic beasts will disperse. It's just 2,000 of us fighting one of him. The cultivators, who were just now terrified beyond words, their eyes instantly lit up, while one by one, they all stared at the ninth prince with red eyes. As long as we kill him, all of us will be saved. Maybe we will encounter obstruction, but 2,000 to fight one. Even if there is obstruction that is reasonable, many people drew their swords and stared at the ninth Duke in death. Above the mountain peak, the ninth Duke's face changed. Guhai stepped forward and stared at the ninth Duke. This excellency. From the chess game just now, I can see the chess style of the old man of chess observation. He should be an open and honest person. I think that the Yishin Pavilion upholds his legacy and won't do anything to go back on his words. The ninth Duke stared at Guhai dead in the face. Since we have already broken the Heavenly Blade Life and Death Bureau, then I would also like to ask your excellency to retreat with your people and demonic beasts. Otherwise, this group of Taoists on my side will disregard life and death and make beheading you the ultimate goal, because not beheading you is death. To behead you may be death, but it is also life. Stand down, Guhai said in a cold voice. The ninth Duke stared at Guhai, a coldness in his eyes, and an evil smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. Threatening me? Kid, you're still a bit young. Tear them apart. Roar, roar, roar. The demonic beasts roared in unison, stamping the ground between their roars as they charged towards the crowd. In response to the ninth Duke's indifference, Guhai was smiling faintly. Remember, my name is Guhai. Roar. On Guhai's side, a large number of cultivators raised their swords and daggers and charged in the direction of the ninth prince. Kill him, and we will live, otherwise, die. A cultivator at the very front shouted loudly. Quick, quick, leave that man behind before the demonic beasts rush in. No matter how strong he is, he's still at the innate realm. We're all at the innate realm. He won't be able to stop us. Those who don't want to die, get on me. A group of cultivators immediately went crazy and rushed towards the ninth Duke on the mountain peak. The ninth Duke's face was gloomy as he looked at the countless strong men rushing towards him. The black-clothed people in the surroundings were leaning towards the ninth prince as if they were trying to protect him. The demonic beasts rushed in from all directions, but soon they spontaneously blocked towards the cultivators at the very front, stopping this group of crazy cultivators. Boom. Sinful beasts, die for me. Roar. At this time, there was no need to command. Everyone understood one thing. If they beheaded the 9 Duke, they would be saved. Otherwise, they would be torn apart by the demonic beasts. The crowd of cultivators didn't retreat. To advance was to live. To retreat was to die. After experiencing the fear of the heavenly sword life and death bureau, all of them's desire to survive became stronger and stronger. Rumble. The great battle opened up, bloody and incomparable. A large number of demonic beasts spilled blood in all directions. A large number of cultivators were also bruised and battered. At this moment, no one was afraid, but kept moving forward. Keep moving forward, getting closer and closer to where the 9 dukes were. There are not many black-clothed people, only about 100 people, looking at the hideous face of an outsider, getting closer and closer. A crowd of black-clothed people also revealed a worried look. This group of people completely don't want to die. The crowd of black-clothed men grabbed their swords and looked at the 9th prince. The 9th prince, however, narrowed his eyes slightly, and through the rolling smoke, he looked towards the ancient sea at the bottom of the valley. Gu Hai did not move, coldly looking at the 9th prince. Beside Gu Hai surrounded Gao Xianzi, Chen Chonshan and Xiaoru. "Helmsman, shall we leave now?" Gao Xianzi asked in a low voice. "Leave? Why are we leaving, Gao Xianzi? What do you mean? Hasn't the helmsman made it very clear? As long as that person dies, all of us are safe. 2,000 people to kill him alone. Is there any failure?" Chen Chonshan glared from the side. Gu Hai, however, did not refute Gao Xianzi, but took a deep breath and said, "Something is not right." Gao Xianzi said in disbelief. "It seems like we can't get away." Gu Hai's face changed. "What do you mean?" Chen Chonshan had a puzzled look on his face. On the other side, Meng Tai covered his injuries and was escorted in the center by the disciples of the One Piece Hall. "Quickly go. An opportunity is never lost. Take advantage of the chaos and leave here first," Meng Tai shouted. "Yes." Their hands grasping their swords as if they were going to chop the 9 dukes apart with a single stroke of their swords. A large number of strong men came close, and the 9th duke suddenly had nowhere to run in general. "Die," a cultivator at the very front hissed. The 9th prince revealed a cold smile and didn't panic. Instead, he suddenly picked up a golden chess piece between his right index and middle fingers. Intent to pass through the heavens and the earth, condensed the form. The 9th duke let out a cold shout. Boom. The cultivator, who had rushed at the front, was instantly knocked out by a huge force, but he saw countless clouds of General Qi steeply emerge with the 9th prince as the center. The cloud Qi enveloped the 4 directions of the valley in an instant. It was even more massive than the dark clouds from the heavenly sword life and death bureau just now, and a steep white mist shrouded everything, forming a rolling sea of clouds against the ground in general. "Hu! What is that?" Chen Chonshan in the valley exclaimed. However, he saw a huge tail roaring and sweeping towards the cultivators, rushing up the mountain. Boom! Immediately, dozens of cultivators were flung out. A giant serpent condensed from Cloud Qi. The body of the serpent was 300 feet long, but it had 9 snake heads. The Cloud Qi Hydra hideously swung its body, each snake head showing a hideous face, and above the most central snake head, half of the 9 dukes' body was plunged into it, and the golden chess pieces in his hands seemed to be placed on top of the snake's head to manipulate the huge Cloud Qi Hydra. Roar, roar. The 9-headed serpent's face showed a hideous color, and with a violent and hostile aura, it roared at everyone, and under a loud roar, it seemed to form a whirlwind. It blew towards all the cultivators in all directions. Boom! The storm blew through, and all the cultivators were swept towards the center by the storm. Ah! A series of miserable screams came from all of them as they were thrown down high and smashed into the center, and it was the people from the One Piece Hall who had just escaped a long way away who were also swept by the storm wind and instantly swept into the center. Roar! The Hydra's body twisted and quickly swam in front of the crowd. A huge ferocious aura came straight at the crowd. Everyone gathered around Gu Hai, each showing a look of horror. What's going on? Isn't it only the innate realm? What is this? What kind of monster is this? There was a sound of panic from all around. A cloud beast. It's that golden piece in his hand, Meng Tai shouted abruptly. What? The crowd looked at Meng Tai. Someone has used it before. The rule structure of this innate remnant realm is a boundless big game. There are a large number of golden chess pieces hidden in this realm. As long as you find the golden chess pieces and communicate with the heaven and earth of this realm, with your respective chess power, you can condense a corresponding cloud beast with the intent of chess power, and use it to defend against the enemy. He's communicating with the heaven and earth of this realm through that golden chess piece, and condensing this cloud beast. Meng Tai's face changed and said, "What then, Rudder Master Meng? What to do?" The crowd anxiously said, "There's nothing I can do, unless someone finds other golden pieces to communicate with this realm's heaven and earth to condense the cloud beasts." Meng Tai said, anxiously. The crowd was in a panic. Roar. Hydra let out a roar. "I told you, you won't be able to escape." Above the largest snake head, the Nine Duke revealed an evil smile. As he spoke, the huge serpent tail slashed down towards the 2,000 cultivators. The power of the cloud beast was too huge, and when the snake tail was flung, it pressured everyone to suddenly gasp for air in general, and it was even more ferocious than the sinister dragon from earlier. I don't want to die." While the crowd was terrified, suddenly, a huge blue palm emerged from the back of the crowd, a transparent human palm, but it was as big as 30 zhong. The giant palm greeted the serpent's tail and slapped it with a loud bang. Boom. With a loud bang, the void shook, and a huge tremor toppled everyone to the ground. However, the snake tail was knocked back. Who? The Ninth Duke's face turned cold in surprise. "Immeasurable life Buddha, Ninth Duke. Let's spare people where we can." The old man of chess observation had unrivaled faith and righteousness back then, and the prestige of the Yishan Pavilion. "Don't let it be ruined in your hands." A voice slowly came from behind the crowd. The huge blue transparent palm also suddenly shrunk back behind the crowd. Everyone turned their heads to look, but they saw an old monk clad in a robe, holding a Zen staff in his hand, his face serious and making a Buddhist salute with one hand. "Master Ruisheng," Xiaoru said in surprise. "How is that possible? Isn't this place only capable of innate realm power?" Grandmaster Ruisheng didn't use the golden chess pieces and was able to exert that much power. "How is that possible?" Chen Chongchen revealed disbelieving surprise. At the top of the Hydra, the Ninth Prince's face changed. "Bodhisattva Mercy Life." "Bodhisattva? He's a Bodhisattva." Many people revealed a look of surprise. Gu Hai also looked at Master Mercy Life in surprise. He was a Bodhisattva. "Bodhisattva Mercy Life, what are you doing in my innate remnant realm?" The Ninth Duke led. The Ninth Eunuch looked at the Bodhisattva of Mercy Life. His eyes were uncertain for a while. Turning to look at the crowd of cultivators, a trace of unwillingness flashed in his eyes. But, even if he was unwilling, at this moment, he could only suppress the fire in general. "HMPH, today count yourselves lucky," Nine Duke said in a cold voice. In his hand, the golden chess piece was gripped into his palm, and the nine-headed snake immediately turned into a puff of mist and disappeared. And a large number of clouds around him also exploded into thin air, turning into water vapor and dissipating. In the blink of an eye, the surroundings cleared up. "Greetings, Bodhisattva Rensheng." A group of black-robed men in the distance respectfully paid their respects. Bodhisattva Rensheng nodded and said, "You and the others go back and inform the Grand Elder that the poor monk will be here soon." "Yes," the crowd of black-clothed men respectfully said. "Go." The Ninth Prince let out a cold shout and stepped on top of the head of a demonic beast, seemingly about to leave with the group of demons. "Wait." In the crowd, Gu Hai let out a loud shout. The Ninth Duke frowned and stopped. Everyone looked towards Gu Hai, The cultivators were in the midst of celebrating at the moment, and they all revealed their worry at Gu Hai's shout. "Kid, you still want to stop us?" The ninth duke laughed coldly. Oh, the nine duke's eyes narrowed. This person's name is the Unborn. If you all know where he is, please inform him that the master of the Hall of One Piece is looking for him, and I will be waiting at the exit in the last month of this realm's closure, Gu Hai solemnly said. The crowd of black-robed men from the Yichun Pavilion all revealed a blank expression. Obviously none of them had heard of it. Unborn. The ninth duke's pupils shrunk. "Oh, your excellency knows." Gu Hai immediately revealed a hint of joy. "Ha ha 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 ha, I do know, but why should I tell you? You look for it, look for it. You'll never be able to find it. Let's go. Ha 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 ha." The ninth duke let out a loud laugh. Rumble. The Yichun Pavilion disciples, the demonic beast swarm, and the nine duke quickly left.